Right back at you. Following through with them timely check-ins. Boy, I'm out here warming up for the journey. You know what I'm saying? New year, new journey. We want to make sure we leave last year behind us. And we want to be ready to go when the journey starts on the 15th day of the first month. Now, you might not have known it, but the Feast of Unleavened Bread begins a journey. After the Passover in Egypt, the people went on a journey. Right? Now, what we talking about today? We need to examine ourselves every day of the year. However, during this time, in this season, as Passover approaches, we need to take that hard, long look at ourselves before God. And we are admonished to do that before we partake in the Passover. If we don't, it's dire consequences. In the first letter to the Corinthians, Paul wrote this in chapter 11, verse 27. He said, "Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord. So, whosoever eats the bread and drinks the wine and ain't worthy to do so is guilty of Jesus' murder just as much as people who convinced Pilate to actually crucify him. Guilty. So, what must we do so we can be counted worthy to partake of the Passover lamb, which is Jesus, and not be guilty?" Well, Paul goes on in verse 28 to say, "But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup." Yes, sir. This is self-examination season. Yeah, hashtag examine thyself. And this is just the beginning. For the next week or so, we're going to go on and on and on and explore self-examination in depth. Check me out tomorrow as we continue our preparations for the journey that is our life during this year's feast cycle. Yeah, so that's what we on. Get prepared for the journey. The 10th day of the first month is coming up. If you don't know what that is or why that's important, make sure you inbox your favorite Bible teacher and ask them. Ask them about the 10th day of the first month. If you don't have a favorite Bible teacher or they don't know, you and them, you need to run to YouTube, Study the Bible, Not the Sermon, and subscribe. Instagram and Twitter. Share this playlist with all of them, and then meet me back here April 10th, where we actually gonna go through the 10th day of the first month. Yeah, I'm out here in the park, west side Chicago. It's freezing cold, so I had to leave the hood on. God forgive me. I had to get this word out also. So God forgive me. In Jesus' name, turn.